Hello, my name is Dr. Richard Head, and I'm going to talk to you today about planets. When I was growing up, I was taught our solar system has 9 planets. Nowadays, we're taught there are only 8, because poor old Pluto got demoted. So I will start off by trying to define what a planet is. The word planet ultimately derives from a Greek word meaning wanderer. This is a perfectly reasonable definition. As to the ancients, the appearance of planets differed from stars only in the fact that the planets wandered around the otherwise fixed pattern of stars. So, to an observer on Earth, a planet is a wandering star. Nothing to do with Lee Marvin. And with the advent of telescopes, it was discovered that whereas stars remained as just fixed points of light, the planets clearly had an approximately spherical form. Furthermore, telescopes increased the number of known planets from the 5 visible with the naked eye. The last of which, the aforementioned Pluto, was discovered in 1930. So planets are astronomical objects which move against the fixed background of stars as observed from Earth. But wait, Earth is also classed as a planet. It certainly wasn't classed as a wandering star by the ancient Greeks as they painted their wagons. So we need a more scientific definition for a planet. Approximately spherical astronomical object. Oh wait, that would include our moon. How about approximately spherical astronomical object which orbits the Sun? Which brings us back to poor old Pluto and its demotion. For that, you can blame the International Astronomical Union, which, in 2006, defined a planet as massive enough to control its shape by gravity, i.e. it adopts an approximately spherical shape, orbits the Sun, is massive enough to clear its region of other objects. It's that last point which brought about Pluto's demise, leaving us with just 8 official planets. Had they not done this, lots of additional planets would need to be added, because we now know there are many Pluto-sized objects out there. At least, there's 8 for now, as there is ongoing debate about whether there may be a planet 9. However, let's limit ourselves to the currently known 8. The 4 nearest the Sun being smaller, rocky bodies with solid surfaces, the 4 farthest from the Sun being larger and gaseous. Sorry, that's not quite what I meant by gaseous. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun. Superficially, it appears like a 40% larger version of our Moon, a bare rocky body with many impact craters. Unlike the Moon, it has ridges or cliffs several kilometres high and many hundreds of kilometres long. Being so close to the Sun, with virtually no atmosphere and a very long day, this makes the side currently facing the Sun extremely hot. So Mercury seems like a suitable name, given this planet has a high temperature. Moving on to the second planet, Venus, which is sometimes referred to as Earth's twin due to their similar size and mass. However, given the hellish surface atmospheric conditions, hotter than Mercury and pressure more than 90 times that on Earth, it might be better described as Earth's evil twin. We'll skip the third planet, as we're all reasonably familiar with it. Next comes Mars. Humans seem to excel at invading Mars with probes, landers and rovers, not all of which landed successfully. This invasion is probably in response to the failed Martian invasion of Earth in the late 1800s. Separating the orbits of the rocky and gas planets is the asteroid belt. This contains hundreds of thousands of small, irregular-shaped bodies. Despite the large number of bodies, they are so sparsely spaced that numerous spacecraft have passed through the region without incident. The reason why the asteroid belt doesn't accrete into a planet is believed to be due to the presence of the next planet, Jupiter, the first of the gas giants. Jupiter is big. Its diameter is more than 11 times that of Earth, and its mass is approximately 318 times that of Earth. Jupiter's large mass and resultant high gravity makes it act as a sort of cosmic vacuum cleaner, sucking up stray objects and thus preventing them reaching us on Earth. This results in many objects colliding with Jupiter. No wonder it has a big red sore on its surface. Next up is Saturn. If planets had catwalks, then Saturn would be a supermodel. All 4 of the giant outer planets have rings, but Saturn is just a show-off, preening itself and displaying itself to our telescopes and probes. There's not much more to say about it, really, other than it has one of the most planet-like moons, Titan, with a dense atmosphere and surface liquid. You'll learn more about Titan in Hooked Wits Endangered. Next up is the joker of the solar system. Generations of schoolboys had fun calling it Uranus, and their giggles were only increased when it was discovered to have rings around it. And, of course, it used to be called a gas giant. I'll let you fill in the gaps on that one. The push to encourage the universal adoption of Uranus came in 1986 due to Voyager 2 probing Uranus. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Basically, Uranus was in full view of the public via various news channels. I've already mentioned the designation change from gas to ice giant, and this also applies to Planet 8, Neptune. Composed of heavier elements than the mainly hydrogen and helium of Jupiter and Saturn, such as oxygen and nitrogen, they have mantles of slushy water and ammonia. And so we're back to Pluto. Named by a British schoolgirl after the Roman god of the underworld, and not after a cartoon dog, although both first appeared in 1930. It is now considered one of many dwarf planets. But we are also now aware of planets orbiting other stars, so that orbits the Sun definition requires modifying to orbits a star. And we are also aware of over 20 orphan or rogue planets, objects of sufficient size to be regarded as a planet, but in interstellar space rather than orbiting a star. So another definition change appears necessary. So, poor old Pluto must be feeling hard done by. And so I'm launching a campaign for the reinstatement of aggrieved Pluto. Yes, folks, I'm talking crap. Thank you.